Hey guys, it's Yari. Welcome back to my channel. So this week's video, I'm going to talk about my journey in Virginia. So I'm really excited to talk about it. So let's get to the video. In day one in Virginia, I went to the International Museum of Marines. They have like they have planes, helicopters, and other things from the American history, and also they have the timeline from way back to now, and also they have like a little display of the place that I went, of the International Museum, and I forgot the other things because it's been a long time when I went there. The last time I went there, it was in 2018 in April, and it was amazing, that place. I recommend you guys go there. It's really awesome place. In day two, I went to the International Museum, which is the Capitol, which is, I didn't went close to the Capitol, but I saw the Capitol from far away, and also I saw the White House, and also I think it was the World War II Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial. I didn't went to this place, but I heard, but the Lincoln, the Lincoln Memorial, so I heard Martin Luther King Memorial, but we didn't went there, I think because we don't had much time. And when we arrived there, I took pictures, but I will show you pictures at the end of this video. So it was amazing. Also, I saw the Washington Monument, but we weren't gonna go there, but it was closed. I think they were remodeling or something, because I saw the construction there, and I'm pretty sure they were doing something, and we couldn't go there. And we started walking from the monument all the way to the Lincoln Memorial. It was a long walk. I didn't know that, and it was a blast. On day three, we went to the place where like they have aircraft and spaceships, which is really cool. And what they have in there, they have a lot of planes and other rockets and part of the space shuttles and stuff. It was really cool. And we saw a big rocket, which is really huge, and that rocket was in space for the whole time, and it came into that building so they could stay there. And yeah, when we were on our way to my aunt's house, the house that they live now, we went to this place where the war happened. Like, I don't know what type of war it was. I think it's a Revolutionary War, or is it other war? I don't remember what. I don't remember because like my uncle told me what it was, but I don't remember. So when I was there, we saw like 2 cannons, like when they have bombs there, and it was really cool. And so me and my brother and my sister, we pretended that we were in the war, which is really fun. And we went to we passed where we went. We saw like a little grave. I think one of the family died during the war, or was it their children? I think it was, and I didn't know that you can bury like someone dead in the during the war. On April 12th and 13th, we didn't go anywhere because one, my uncle from Colorado was moving to Virginia, and we stayed in the house for the whole day because my dad hung up my uncle. And the 13th, my dad arrived back to Virginia, and he took a lot of naps, because he was tired. So yeah. We went to George Washington's place in Mount Vernon, which is really awesome place that I love. Mount Vernon, and we were and we passed the gardens and also also we went where the slaves were, and they have lots of dirty clothes and some dishes they had left it, and that's really cool. But I cannot believe what I saw. I saw George Washington's house, and it's huge. But I thought it was fake because I thought those paintings what they had from the past, I thought they were fake. But when I went to George Washington's house in Mount Vernon, it's real. I thought it was fake. I was like, wow. So when we got inside of the George Washington's house, there were chairs, there were candles, there were tables, and some picture frames from paintings, and it was cool. And also they have also beds where they all slept, and it was so cool. And there was one table where George Washington was doing his studies or something like that. That's really cool. What's it called? The tomb where George Washington and his family and his wife were rested. Well, they're still resting. And it was cool. But George Washington, when I looked at the tomb, George Washington was on your right. That's where George Washington's rested, and also on the left side there's his wife. But in the middle, you see the door, a mini door. There's other 22 family members of George Washington, which is really interesting to know that. And also after that, we looked at the George Washington tomb. We went to the old vault where George Washington was rested there, but it's small. They couldn't fit with the other 22 family members, but they moved him to what I told you about the tomb, which is really cool. And after that, so guys, we went to this place in Ford. It's called Ford Theater, which is a really cool place. We went, where Abraham Lincoln, I almost gonna say Abraham Lincoln, whoops, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated there while he was watching the play, which is really cool. And we were outside of the theater. We saw the Peterson's house. That's where he died, which is a really sad thing that I heard in American history. So yeah. And so while we were inside of the Ford Theater, we saw like on the wall they have like a big dome of the Capitol. While they were building it, they have like they were like not finishing, but they were in a halfway to finish the dome. That's really interesting. The statue of Abraham Lincoln, but he looked when I saw that statue, but he was really tall, right, Alexa?
A lot of statues are tall, Yari.
True.
Be too dumb.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so the statue of Abraham Lincoln, the statue is taller than me, so that's really cool. And also, right before we entered the theater, we saw Abraham Lincoln where they put the pillow on his head. We saw the blood.
We saw
the dry blood.
Yeah, we saw the blood. It was dry, but it was like one side was like no blood, and then the other side was full blood.
Yeah, that's when Abraham Lincoln was dying of his assassination. So yeah, and after that we were going to there was a little hall right before we got to the theater, and also they have like I think that's what they call this. I call it the station, like a little picture stations, like when Abraham arrived, and they entered the theater, and he sit where he was on his chair. So I entered the theater, and the theater was kind of small.
It was
Biggish, smallish, between there, and I saw the presidential box where Abraham Lincoln and his wife they were sitting.
And also I think the people next to them was probably a friend or something like that.
Yeah, I will say his guardian possibly.
Yeah, because when Abraham Lincoln got shot, the guy next to them was trying to help, but got stabbed.
Yeah, he was trying to stop the John Wilkes Booth, and they couldn't stop him because he stabbed the protector. I will say that.
Yeah.
And then after that, he shot after that, and then he just walked behind. I think he was walking behind Abraham, and then suddenly he shot Abraham Lincoln. And after that, John Wilkes Booth jumped off from the presidential box all the way down to the stage.
Yeah, and also.
And the crowds, they got up and started screaming or something.
Also, when he jumped off the where Abraham and his wife was, when he jumped off and when he landed on the stage, didn't you know he broke his leg?
Yeah, he broke his leg of John Wilkes Booth.
You better be careful.
True. Next time, do not do that. Do not jump off from there. You will break your leg like John Wilkes Booth. So after that, we heard this guy was talking to a lady that the theater was completely filled with wood, and lots of ladies from when Abraham Lincoln was alive. Their dresses got stuck between those woods, so they had to like take him, like they had to cover the wood. So they put like a type of rug so that it can protect it. And after that, we saw like the like a Abraham Lincoln statue, but it's just a head of him. And I think I took pictures of it, but I will show you that later. Oh yeah, and after that, we went to this. It's like kind of close where the Petersons' house, and we went to like a little, I call it the store or whatever it is, and they have like a little museum, like our American history, and we saw this huge stack of books that means like Abraham Lincoln's life, which is really awesome, but I don't know how many books was it, but it was
like a lot of books. There was like it's kind of like a tower like filled with like history books, and I was like,
but that's Abraham Lincoln's life.
Yeah, I was like, I'm scared to touch the books because like
yeah, same.
If I take out a book, then
and the whole thing will go down. If I recommend you guys go to that place, but make sure do not touch the books, because like if you do touch the books, it's gonna fall. All books is gonna fall.
I think they have like a fence around it, like at the bottom, like where it starts. I think it has like a fence kind of.
And then after that, the next day, I think we went back home, which is back here, but my state that I live. And it was a journey in Virginia. I want to go back there so badly. I really want to see other places, because I was searching up like other things to do, like visiting. Like I really want to visit Thomas Jefferson's house, which is I heard is a really good place to go, but we couldn't go because like we ran out of time. So yeah.
So that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my sister, and don't forget to comment down below, and peace.
So I have a question for all of you. If you live in the States, so what state you want to visit so badly? Comment down below, and I will reply to you soon. Down. Adios. Okay. What? What?
I'm just kidding.
So this is so day one. So on day one,
I don't give a crap.
so I went to this
Die.
day one in Virginia. On day one in Virginia, I went to the National Museum, and it was a blast there. It was amazing. Other good positive words. Okay.
Including you kicking yourself in the butt.
Day one!
Who's doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah, are you doing that? Yeti, stop. You're being so freaking annoying. Stop. Stop, Yeti.
What a day. So, I went... Oh.